Hi guys, Simon from SA Tuning. When you are deciding to have your car remapped or have any work done on it, tuning, choose who you choose carefully. Do some research, find out who they are, find out what they've done, find out if they do your car regularly, find out what tools they use, find out all sorts of things, because it is very, very important. Because once you've done it, it becomes very difficult to go back. You want it done right first time. Okay, so we've got this Audi A5 3-litre diesel 240 horse in with us. He's had DPF, EGR, stage 1 and swirl flaps removed elsewhere. However, so there's no EGR blank, but apparently they've done an EGR delete. The swirl flaps are apparently removed, except the swirl flap motor plugs are still plugged in. You undo these, the motors default to open, which keeps all the swirl flaps open. That's a bodge way of doing it anyway. You should technically be taking them out, but if the motors are okay, if the swirl flaps are okay, you don't actually have to. But at least unplug them, and then you kill the fault codes. But this defaults to open, so the swirl flaps inside are open. So, that's EGR, that's swirl flaps that haven't been done, although they said that they have been done. Another banging thing, so they said the DPF's been removed and deleted, okay? So the DPF isn't in there, but can you see all this soot around there? Right, one major reason for that is that they didn't bother to put the gasket back onto the downpipe properly onto the turbo. So every time he accelerates, there is a massive amount of soot coming out of that. That is horrific. They didn't really check the car before they started. They didn't find anything out. So the guy's got a boost leak, which isn't horrific. He's only losing like 100 millibar, which, to be fair, isn't the end of the world. You can still gain horsepower through a 100 millibar boost leak. However, again, bearing in mind this is a 240 horse version. One dyno run before all the smoke come piling out, they gained him 17 brake horsepower. That's it, 17 horse. If they checked the car first, they would have A, seen that there was a boost leak. If they put the stuff back properly, there wouldn't be that problem with all the smoke coming out. If they'd actually blanked the EGR valve and turned the swirl flaps off and done the software properly, would have made more than 17 brake. Or at least advised the customer, look, this is what's happened, this is what's wrong with the car, this is what needs to get fixed. But unfortunately, it looks like they didn't know what they were doing. They had a go, and now they've messed it up for the customer. So the customer's here, and we found all these things that have apparently been done, but they haven't. So I'm not saying, oh, you must come to us, we're the best in the world, you know, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is just check out who you're using. You know, cheap is not always best. There's that famous phrase, buy twice, buy cheap, buy twice, you know. And it's the same with a lot of industries. If, you know, you're using a tuning company that know what they're doing, they've worked on the cars before, you know, you shouldn't have these issues. So yeah, just think and just do a bit of research and find out what and who they are and the quality of their work before you do it, because that is atrocious. Like, I'm genuinely disgusted that a tuning company has thought that that's okay to go out the door. Like, you drive it down the road, you can see the smoke coming out of the bonnet, and you think, why is that doing that? You bring it back in the workshop, you have a look, and you go, all right, people mess up, you know, it's not the end of the world. Undo the bolts, put the gasket back in, job done. Put a blank in the EGR, unplug the swirl flaps. Just do it properly, you know. So that's what I say. Look, guys, if you want your car tuned or you want any work doing to it, just do a bit of research on who they are, because we don't want you guys to get caught out. It sets a bad name for everybody. There are plenty of companies out there that do an awesome job. You know, we're friends with a lot of tuning companies, and these guys, they're awesome. You know, I thoroughly rate a lot of tuners, but there are some out there that make a bad name for everybody. Just do a bit of research, check it out, have a look, and make sure you know what you're doing. We've now tuned the car, and I'll show you what we hit. So there's tuned elsewhere, and the blue is us. So tuned elsewhere was 257, 619. We hit 294 and 640 Newton meters, still with a 100 millibar boost leak. So he's going to fix that, because I think it's actually coming out of the manifold that he can't change right now. But that's a world of difference there to there. So just, yeah, again, guys, just think. So yeah, just see who they are. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure, because I want you guys to get the best out of your cars, you know. So yeah, cool.